In this video, we're talking about the top 6 Fiverr search terms over the last couple of months that you can target to boost your Fiverr gig rankings. Whether you're someone who's just confused about the type of gigs you should offer on Fiverr, or have been spending a lot of time just staring at your gig analytics, trying to figure out what you can do to rank higher in Fiverr search, or if you're just frustrated that you haven't been getting a lot of interest in your Fiverr gigs for the last little while, this video is for you. So Fiverr's pretty awesome. Whether you're new here or you've been to this channel before, I create videos every week that help people who want to make money online learn how to do that on Fiverr. A lot of my videos talk about skills you can learn or acquire that you can sell on Fiverr, or best practices that you can apply to help you win more Fiverr orders and ultimately make more money on Fiverr as a freelancer. But one thing that I very rarely talk about are some of the top gigs and top things that Fiverr thinks we should sell on the Fiverr platform. And I think that sometimes listening to Fiverr might actually be the key to help us make a lot of money on the Fiverr platform. So in this video, I'm actually going to be referencing the top 6 search trends identified by Fiverr for the last quarter of 2021. These are the top trends, the top searches that people have been searching for in Fiverr search. And I think that if we target these searches, we give ourselves a really good chance of standing out, being noticed by buyers, and ultimately getting our gigs ordered, which is the goal, right? That's the goal for all of us. So I'm gonna go over each of those top 6 search terms and identify the types of gigs, and more importantly, how you can niche down targeting each of those search terms to make your gigs more competitive, stand out, and have a better chance of being selected by that niche type of audience that might be searching for the gig you're offering. So make sure to watch this video to the end, because I'm going to be giving tips on each of these types of Fiverr gigs. It's not just about the search terms. I think if we combine that, understanding what the top search terms are, with an understanding of how to niche those terms down, we give ourselves a really good chance of standing out. And just before I go any further, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I put a ton of time and effort into making these videos, and by liking and subscribing, you help increase the chances that these videos get seen by more Fiverr sellers around the world, which is what the ultimate goal is. I really appreciate it. Alright, so the first trending Fiverr search term, according to Fiverr, are Twitch emotes. Twitch emotes are basically emojis, similar to what you would see in like a YouTube live stream, except for Twitch. Given the rise of a lot of different individuals starting to stream gameplay on Twitch over the last few years, it makes sense that this would be a new trending search term. So if I were to niche this one down, I might consider creating 2 gigs that target this type of trending interest. One gig that focuses mainly on creating new subscriber badges for Twitch streamers, so that every time a new subscriber subscribes to their stream, a little emote pops up thanking the subscription. And I'd create a second gig that targets Twitch emotes specifically for Twitch chat. Now, in general, I think the Twitch emotes niche is already pretty niche down. I think there's less than 3,000 services currently available, but these are the 2 that I would create if I really wanted to take things down a level further. And the second trending search term is social media management. And this one makes a lot of sense. Over the last few years especially, so many people have been focused on building followings on social media, whether that be individuals looking to get, blue check marks on Instagram or verified on YouTube, or businesses looking to grow their social channels to help reach new clients. A lot of people are focused on this, and a lot of people and companies need help doing this. So if I were to create gigs targeting social media management, I would try to niche down based on the specific platform, because in general, social media management has like 90,000 plus services. If you niche down and create 1 gig for Instagram management, 1 gig for Twitter management, 1 gig for Pinterest management, and niche it down based on the specific platform, I think you give yourself a better chance of reaching an audience looking for someone to manage a specific platform, but it also helps you position yourself as an expert, because me running this YouTube channel, for example, I know that growing a following on YouTube is very different than Twitter, and it's very different than Instagram. So by positioning it in different gigs, you're niching down and you're showing people looking for help, let's say on just Instagram, that you are an expert on Instagram, and I think that'll really help you stand out from the pack. Third was Photoshop editing, and this one's kind of tough because Photoshop is pretty widely available. Basically, anyone who has access to Photoshop and spends some time watching tutorials on YouTube to get really good at Photoshop can offer this type of service. So if you're watching this and Photoshop is kind of what you're leaning towards, here's what I would recommend you do. Look around at some of the suggested videos popping up around this video you're watching right now. If you see any about Photoshop tutorials, or if you see any of my videos, because there's a lot of them that talk about how to offer value, how to niche down your services, how to differentiate from other sellers on the platform, spend a couple minutes after watching this video to watch a couple of those to try to help you take things a step further, because I've noticed that a lot of people offering Photoshop, photo editing services on Fiverr have created kind of a commoditized market. They're all offering the same thing, they're all doing the same thing, and they're all just racing to the bottom when it comes to price. So take some time, watch a couple Photoshop tutorials today, try to learn something new, maybe try to adopt a very unique design aesthetic that's unique to you, maybe try to bring, I don't know, industry expertise or suggestions to clients who are messaging you about your services instead of just taking the order and doing what they want. Try to find ways to offer value to help you differentiate yourself. Overall, I think Photoshop and photo editing in general will always be a service that people need, but due to the low barrier of entry, you gotta really put some time and thought into how you can offer value and differentiate, and I think that'll help you succeed. The fourth one that's kind of cool is voiceover, and I think this one's awesome. With the rise of podcasts, a lot of new online businesses, people needing commercials done, there is just a huge demand for people who wanna do voice acting and provide voiceover services. And now, from my own experience speaking to a lot of top-rated voiceover actors and voiceover sellers on Fiverr, what I'm hearing as the most important thing to stand out and differentiate isn't actually your voice or the quality of your microphone. It's how effective you are at creating a dead space to record in, dampening the sound in the room or closet you're recording in. So I've recently had Wayne the Articulate Asian, who's another Fiverr top-rated seller and voice actor on Fiverr, on this channel. Some of the tips he gives me is to hang things like, you know, whether it be drapes, like I have some drapes here that can help deaden the sound, or sheets like behind the camera. I have a whiteboard with a blanket hanging over it to help create less deflections of your sound waves in your studio. So basically what I'm told is what separates an amateur voiceover from an expert voiceover is actually the room, how you've treated the room, how you've deadened the room. So if you want to get into voiceover, I think that's great, but take some time to think about how you can deaden your studio. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. I'll link one in the description of a recent live stream I did with Wayne, who's a top-rated voice actor on Fiverr. And I also have another one coming up in a few weeks with a friend of mine, Falks Digital. So a lot of content out there. Voice acting, obviously there's skill involved, but if you really want to be taken seriously and target, top quality buyers, focus on creating a space that has a really dead sound, and that's what the big companies are looking for based on what people have been telling me. Fifth on the list is one I could really relate to, content writing. And as Fiverr puts it, content is king, and I totally agree. Businesses, individuals, everyone's trying to carve out their own little space on the internet. And one of the most effective ways of doing that is by creating huge repositories of content, whether that be blog posts, articles, evergreen content, whatever it is. Creating content is a surefire way to build organic traffic online and give your audience and your customers something valuable for their time spent on your website. So my number one tip for how to stand out as a content writer on Fiverr has nothing to do with rank. This is step one. You have to master and be fluent in the language that you are offering content writing services in. If you feel like you have trouble speaking the language that you want to offer services in, that's step one. Brush up, practice, take some courses, get good at the language, because nobody wants to hire a content writer that doesn't have a great grasp on the language they're offering that service in. Number two is to practice a lot. One of the most common traits I notice in some of the best writers that I've read on Fiverr and elsewhere is that they have a unique voice and personality in their work. And that can only be acquired through writing a lot. So I'll link to a couple different Skillshare courses in the description of this video that a lot of other people have told me have been really helpful to help them get started, how to start figuring out how to practice, how to write a lot. But ultimately, after doing a couple beginner courses, it's gonna be on you to spend 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes a day writing, practicing, testing the boundaries of what you're good and what you're not good at as a writer. And by doing that over the course of many months or years, you will have developed a unique voice that will shine through in your Fiverr gigs and the work you're delivering to your Fiverr clients. And that's when it comes to writing, I think that's probably one of the number one ways to differentiate yourself. By getting to the point where you have a unique voice, you write a certain way, it's powerful what you write, that will help you stand out from the pack, and that will help you take advantage of a lot of this search traffic as it relates to content writing. So give it a shot. I wish you luck. And the sixth and last one on this list, and I'm actually so surprised that it's made it to one of these lists so quickly, are NFTs. Now, I'm not gonna go into super great detail about NFTs in this video because like a week ago, I put out a full-length video on NFTs. So if you wanna get into the NFT hype and make money on Fiverr catering to that NFT hype, check out that video, link in the description. But basically, NFTs are non-fungible tokens and they're going crazy lately. It's kind of riding the same wave that we've been experiencing when it comes to overall hype around crypto and cryptocurrency. So check it out. It's a beast. There's a lot to learn about NFTs. I'm not a master at even understanding how the whole economics of it works, but check it out. Lots of videos on YouTube about NFTs. Check out the one that I put out a week ago. It tells how you can benefit from the hype of NFTs, both as a Fiverr seller or a Fiverr business owner or entrepreneur, leveraging other Fiverr sellers to really build off of that hype. So check it out. Not really too surprised that NFTs are trending. They're trending everywhere else on the internet. So check it out. Could be a great opportunity and a golden ticket for you to cash in on Fiverr. Anyways, those are the top 6 trending search terms on Fiverr for the last quarter based on Fiverr. So if you found this video helpful, leave a like, comment in the description below letting us know if you're gonna consider trying any of these gigs. And if you like this video, I'll put out another one the next time Fiverr releases one of these reports. Anyways, that's it for today. Hope it was helpful. Make a lot of money on Fiverr. And until next time, cheers.